We get distracted by what technology can do, and we make decisions without having a core set of values to guide that decision-making. So that's why I think right now it is critical for us as L&D to work with our peers within our organizations to determine what are the guiding values we're going to use to make decisions when it comes to how AI is applied and how AI informs the experience of work. These are the values that I work through when I think about how we're building technology to shape the experience of work. So number one, thinking strategically, because we're solving problems. We're not implementing platforms. This isn't about just throwing technology into the workplace. Thinking about the problems that limit people's ability on the job today and how we can use technology to solve those problems in more meaningful ways. Number two is transparent. We have to make sure people understand how technology is impacting their work experience. This means avoiding the black box problem, where technology just spits out information you don't know why. You see that a lot in AI right now, where you ask a question, it gives you an answer. You're not sure where that answer came from, and if you can trust that. That's one thing if you're trying to write a poem that sounds real fun to put on a greeting card. It's a completely different thing when we're talking about people's livelihoods and their ability to stay safe on the job. So making sure that we involve the audience so that people can trust that the technology is helpful, it's going to be reliable, and that they understand how their data and technology are being used to inform decisions. That includes everything from recommendations on what courses people take to recommendations on who gets the next promotion. So we have to be transparent when it comes to how we apply technology. Three, equitable. Technology can usher in a new level of fairness in the workplace if we do this right. How many of you are building training content in a limited number of languages just because that's the resources that you have? And that fundamentally limits opportunity for people who might not speak those languages as a preferred or first language. Technology can help us change that, overcome that, and foster equity and solve a lot of longstanding problems as long as we prioritize it. Next one is seamless. Tech should make work easier, not more complex. When we work in a silo and L&D is over here and operations is over there, we make things harder on people. And the last thing we need is HR to have a digital assistant, L&D to have a digital assistant, operations to have a digital assistant. And now you're talking to these 5 different chatbots in your work every day, all of which are trained on different data, have different capabilities and different rules. If we work in a silo, that's what's going to happen. So we need to, again, partner with the organization at large to understand what's the digital experience of work becoming, and then where do we play a role? And then last one, compliance. We have to pay attention to the changing regulatory landscape, especially if you're a large, distributed, complex company, because we're going to see a patchwork of AI-related regulation, both inside your company as well as outside of your company. And the reality of this situation is that we are a highly regulated use case for AI because the work we do directly impacts people's livelihood, how much money they can make. So if you look at the European Union's proposed AI laws, we are a high category of regulation as compared to some other applications. So we have to make sure that our strategy, any technology we use, aligns with the changing regulatory landscape. That's why talking to your legal team and talking to your IT team before we make decisions or implement anything is critical, because as the rules change, and if you're a big company, even just in the US, New York, California, and North Dakota may have 3 meaningfully different set of rules around how AI can be used and impact people in the workplace. And we have to make sure that we're building a strategy to align to that and not getting kind of false started because of the complexity around the rules. So that's the set of values that I use, or kind of the set of criteria that I walk through as I talk with organizations about shaping broadly technology strategy. And I think they all apply to this AI conversation in very meaningful ways.